and that's how we're going to stick it to the men.
Thing I didn't really anticipate in my life being single is that the more successful you get, the more single kind of hurts. You would think it would be the opposite. I don't know if I want to admit this on camera, but maybe somebody else is feeling like this and maybe they need to hear it. Okay. I am a very independent person. I pride myself on, like, I can do anything alone. You've seen me talk about it on here. But I'm at a point in my life right now where I am arguably the most successful I've ever been personally. I own my own home. I'm in my dream show in Las Vegas, about to start a top secret new project that is the first of its kind. Been doing commercials left and right.
The men won. They won.
Ladies, I know some of y'all just can't wrap your mind around that feminism is the reason for your burnout.
This might piss some people off, but I just want to take a moment and say, thank goodness that so many of us are waking up to the fact that modern day feminism is a literal scam.
I'm trying to wrap my head around how us women were really brainwashed to believe that we were sticking it to the patriarchy by showing off all of our skin and making ourselves super available for sex, where we're going to have sex with you if we feel like it. No commitment needed. You don't have to do anything for us. We're just going to do it. And that's how we're going to stick it to the men. The men won. They won. Because we tried to stick it to them and tell them and show them how powerful we are and whatever by making ourselves more accessible to them and giving ourselves away freely to them. Like, what level of brainwashing did we go through? They won. They won.
And that's unfortunate that that had to happen that way, but it's not like y'all haven't had a warning that this was an issue.
A lot of women, they don't realize that they are the issue. And so we have a problem taking accountability. We have a problem shutting up. We are extremely argumentative. And a lot of times we are the walking red flag.
Can I ask that question if you don't mind?
Sure.
Like, why do black women refuse to shut the fuck up?
Ooh, that's a heavy loaded question.
Why?
Look, they can't shut up the answer.
I want to know why.
I'm going to tell you why.
Shut up the answer.
It just goes back to what she said. A lot of it is lineage. So a lot of women, we saw our mothers and we saw our grandmothers being, wait, let me cook, because it's not all of us. Some of us do know how to be quiet. But
they're the married ones.
But a lot of times we watch our mamas and we watch our grandmothers and great-grandmothers not shut up, right? It's a generational curse. I'm going to be honest with you, because we was raised in households where the women had to handle shit. Okay? We had to pay the bills. We had to be independent. We had to run households, and we had to raise kids alone. So yeah, a lot of times we not gonna shut the fuck, because this my shit and I've been doing this shit. However, it's not right. And what I had to learn is learning to be quiet is a skill. Okay? Especially when you don't come from that example, you have to learn how to be quiet. You have to learn how to submit, and you have to learn how to not be argumentative. And a lot of women don't take the time to learn that skill.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
What a lot of women don't understand is that you could probably, most of them think, well, I can't say anything. They don't want to hear my opinion, but that's not true. It's just, you don't have to say something about everything. And you don't have to get the last word all the time.
He said he didn't want to marry me because I didn't fit his weight requirement in the 3 years we were together.
He wanted you to be bigger or smaller?
Well, I made the mistake and signed an agreement that I would lose.
Tell me about an agreement like this that you had to sign.
I guess basically in order for him to marry me, that I would work on losing weight, so he would buy me stuff for me to lose weight. And then he would go to counseling.
What I'm hearing is a broken, dismantled, trauma-filled man who self-projected his self-hate, his insecurity, his lack of integrity on you.
No. Well, hold on. We're both broken, because she's got to lose weight and he's got to go to therapy. I'll go to counseling. I'll work on my mental if you work on your physical. That's a deal. And we're both helping each other. She's saying, you got stuff that you need to deal with. You've got trauma that you need to deal with. And I've got some stuff that I need to deal with too. Okay, let's make a deal. If I go to counseling, then you go to the gym. What are we talking about?
We gonna tell the truth in
Let's
today.
go.
Why is it always an issue when a man has requirements? Sometimes we just not yoked for each other, and that's perfectly okay. But in terms of even just like you said, he created a contract. Sure, but she signed it. You don't have to sign the contract.
Okay.
If I felt that disrespected by you writing this contract and laying it in front of the table, I say get the out of my face. But she signed it.
I signed it because I'm 47 now, and I want to be married. I was in love with him, so I figured the pickings is slim.
But I want to say this. Yes, she signed it. Yes, she needs to.
But it doesn't matter if you're 99 or you're 18. Maybe if you were 18 and you signed something like that, I would say, well, you ain't been around the way yet. You don't know. You're still growing. You're still trying to understand things. I might be able to excuse that. But you're 47, man. Come on now. Take some accountability.
Take accountability on that piece. But to your point that if you're saying that this woman is not the weight class, the body size, I'm not attracted to her, she's not conducive to my liking, why in the f- am I dealing with her in the first place? Okay? Why in the f- am I choosing her in the first place? I have the power of choice. There are a million women in here who are smaller, bigger, no BBL and everything else. I can choose that which is conducive for me. I don't have to pour into her or project onto her some trauma that I'm dealing with to say, look, I need you to sign a contract to be a certain size. Go get that to the size you want.
This sounds good until it doesn't. You can be a beautiful person, but if you go to the doctor would tell you the same thing. You got to lose weight. When I go to the doctor and I get a checkup, hey, let's run some labs. Here are your labs. This is a little bit high. This is fantastic. But this is kind of sort of creeping up there. These are the things that you need to do to get these numbers down. Y'all don't get mad at the doctor. Y'all don't say anything. Oh, you gonna say that to me? I'm gonna choose another doctor. And the next doctor is gonna tell you the same thing. And the next one. And the next one. There's a real deficiency here. It's the same way if he would go to counseling and they would tell him, bro, you're acting like a narcissist, dude. Well, I'm going to go find another counselor. He tells another counselor or another therapist, and it's like, yeah, I think they were right. You're acting like a narcissist, dude. That ain't nothing but ain't one in a 1,000 narcissists. And the odds just ain't in your favor. Yeah, well, based on this is the classic definition of a narcissist, and that's what you're acting like, bro. You need to stop doing that. Period. End of story. If he don't accept it, he becomes a danger to society. He becomes a liability in relationships. If she doesn't accept, hey, there's some things that I need to work on, she becomes a danger and a liability in relationships.
If y'all haven't noticed, these men are becoming more healed by the hour, by the day, by the workout, by the healthy meal, by the meditation. They are becoming more honest about their shit that they need to get through. And they're doing it with a smile on their face and with no shame. Ugh, that is so attractive. They are doing it with or without a woman. But ladies, just because you still have contact with an ex, don't think you can get him back so easily, because if you're not doing the same type of internal work as him, oh, believe me, honey, one of us good ones are going to take him.
Hey, single ladies over here, sometimes I wish I was just like, wow. It's okay. Your husband's hot. How long have you guys been married? What did he do wrong today? He works too much. I'm sure you're not complaining when you're sitting in that plush home, are you? Those highlights aren't going to pay for themselves. And you have bangs, and I know you have to fucking cut those every 3 weeks, so that is not cheap either. Okay? Can we say thank you to the hubby?
Hey, you would never cheat on him? Never.
Huh? Wait, what'd you ask?
You would ever cheat on him?
Yeah, I would, but he wouldn't.
Listen, ladies, don't get caught up trying to not be a pick-me, okay? All that shaming the pick-me girls, guess what? Niggas picked them. Your ass ain't get picked, you mad?
Nothing beats a G2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Act like this and be the smart father of the year, huh? You can't just make it easy? Why do you have to be so difficult? Why do you have to be so difficult?
You just want to make it easy for you.
I'm not. It can be easy for everybody. You just want to make my life miserable because you have this persona in your head, thinking that I'm cheating on everybody. And if I am, I would like to see proof. Because there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. And that's what's funny. I'm not intimidated by you anymore. I'm not scared by you. There's nothing that you can do to intimidate me. Nothing. You think that you can just ignore me when I'm trying to talk to you about my kids? Huh? I'm not afraid of you. I'm sick of you always trying to intimidate me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you.
Hey, I'm Officer Moran. What's going on with your husband?
I mean, I'm sure you know his side of the story. It's
and I want to get yours. So
yeah, it's probably true.
Okay.
What he said.
What do you think he told me? Like, I'm just trying to get your side, okay?
We've been going through this for 3 years.
Yeah,
It's
it sounds like it's
it
a rough
hasn't
time.
gone this far. I don't know. I'm sure he told you everything. He's really good at building cases against me. He's
Okay.
a very smart man.
Okay, so what from your perspective, what happened?
He knows how to push me past my limits and manipulate me to the point to where I finally break, and then he does stuff like this.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, like in general, that this is like an ongoing thing. But what about today? How did he do that today?
Trying to threaten that he's going to have full custody of our children.
Okay.
Not say that exactly, but don't worry about it. I got it. The words that he says, I don't even know how to put it in word for word right now.
Okay.
This is going to trigger a lot of women. And if it triggers you, that means it was meant for you. I don't avoid the truth just because someone's ego is not ready to take it. A lot of women proudly say I have standards, but what they really mean is I want a man who gives me everything while I give the bare minimum. You want a man who's emotionally mature, financially stable, loyal, masculine, emotionally intelligent, while you can't handle accountability. You don't know how to communicate. You expect him to read your mind. You don't want a partnership. You want a provider, a therapist, a mind reader, all in one man. You demand emotional maturity, but you get defensive the moment you're called out. You want consistency, but chase men who give you anxiety because chaos feels exciting. You say you want a masculine leader, but reject anything that requires you to show up feminine. You call it high standards, but it's really just entitlement. Standards aren't about what you demand from others. Standards are about what you demand from yourself. If you want emotional maturity, heal your triggers. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, stop showing up shallow. If you want leadership, be someone worth leading. And that's why you keep getting hurt. Not because good men don't exist, but because you're not the woman your ideal man would choose. Build your standards on your character, not fantasies. Because when you call entitlement empowerment or feminism, it's not confidence, it's delusion.
She shut down Pound Town, and if she wanted to, she would, okay? Why is it that when women have good men that are working 10, 12-hour day shifts, paying all the bills, showing up for their family, doing the emotional support that the wife needs, he's the one that's suffering, being shut off on intimacy and bedroom activities? Let me ask you women, if your man is showing up for the way that you need him to show up, why can't you show up for him the way he wants you to show up for him? Why is there such a double standard? And why is it that it's been such a burden to you to open up bedroom activities? I seriously want to know, because I see a lot of women say, oh, I have great men, but then like they talk about how they don't have sex at all anymore in their relationship. Like it's not important to them. but yet their men still want this. And why is it that when he brings it up to you, is that, and your response is that all you ever think about? But you best believe and bet your sweet butt cheeks that if you have a problem and something's not right on your end, that he needs to fix it immediately or there'll be hell to pay. Why is it that men have to jump through hoops and continue to jump through hoops to satisfy you in every aspect of your life? It's like his job to keep you happy, but you can't do the same for him? Make it make sense.
How much does a man have to make for you to consider him dating him?
I got real, like, personal responsibilities, that come first. So if you want to spend time with me and you want to do all these things with me, take care of that. Don't you want me to wash my ass? Don't you want me to keep my lights on and don't charge my phone and stuff? You got to at least make... I would say like 10 mils cool. That's
10 mil. 10 mil or what?
How does income?
Like pesos?
Yeah, you gotta
pesos.
be up.
Oh, he gotta have 10 million?
Yeah.
I would say to fuck with me, he could do at least a little 2 mil a year.
2 mil? Okay, I can, I expect that.
But he gonna
10?
take care of everything. Yeah.
Okay, my first question is, how many millions do they make? Because they got to be making a couple of million, right? In order to be asking for a couple of million? Because that's the only way that this gonna make sense. I made a video saying that you needed to plan a date in order to see me. Meanwhile, she said you need to make 10 million in order to see her. You want to talk about a sense of entitlement? This is that. When people say they want a man who gonna protect and provide, like, define it. Because I need to know. I hear so many women acting like men are just supposed to just come out of pocket as soon as they meet them. And that is insane to me. So you want me to wash my ass, keep the lights on, and charge my phone, and it becomes your responsibility the day you meet me? Is insane. Part of the problem with the dating pool right now and the disconnect between men and women is the fact that people get on these podcasts, they get on these platforms, and these videos go viral of them speaking real crazy, and people start to believe it, and people start to put everybody in a box with the rest of them, and that's not cool. Sis said 10 million, okay? You need 10 million to rock with her. Meanwhile, I was just asking for a date. The sense of entitlement is real. That damn planning that date don't sound too bad, now do it. What y'all think about that?
And the issue here is that they don't even be that cute. Like, a lot of these role players, if that, bench players are demanding all-star level max contracts.
If you ever come across a man who's consistent, supportive, and makes you feel safe, don't play with it. Because in a world where loyalty is rare, attention is temporary, and peace is hard to find, a man who genuinely wants to see you win is something that you protect, not test. We live in a generation that glorifies material things more than real values. Everybody wants to be relationship goals online, but can't even hold down peace in real life. People are busy chasing looks, status, and followers, but forget that love, effort, and emotional safety will always outlast any type of lifestyle. A man who brings you stability, communication, and accountability is not boring. He's balanced. That's not soft. That's called being secure. That is a man who understands partnership. So don't lose something real trying to impress people who aren't even happy with themselves.
Hello.
Hey, where are you?
Hold on. Kids are asleep. On my way to my mom's.
Why? What's going on with this note? Like, what kind of game are you trying to play here?
I don't know why you would think it's a game. I spelled it out pretty clearly for you. I found your Tinder profile, and the kids and I are going to my mom's for a night. I need some profile. Space. Yeah, right? It is a Tinder profile. That's a problem. We're married.
It's
we
not
have kids.
Active Tinder profile.
It's a very active Tinder profile. You were last active the 24th of October.
You can at least bring back our daughter.
No, I'm not doing that tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. I need some space, dude. I need to think. I can. I'm already on my way, and you're not stopping me. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
That's really as far as that conversation needs to go. All that other foolishness, all that other talking, we can shut that down right now. Turn the phone off, think about what you did, have an apology ready for tomorrow. I don't even know if the apology is going to be accepted, but Show some contrition.
Oye, papi, if you are a good man, bitches call you boring. If you don't go out to clubs, bitches call you boring. If you have a job, a car, and you are emotionally mature, bitches call you boring. If you don't drink, bitches call you boring. If you don't smoke, bitches call you boring. If you don't have a lot of friends, bitches call you boring. If you go to the gym, bitches call you boring. If you are smart, bitches call you boring. If you have hobbies and they're not basketball or football, bitches call you boring. If you have goals and you stay consistent, bitches call you boring. Wait a second, man. You telling me that if you are a hard-working man, driven, ambitious, family guy, don't cheat, don't do shit, bitches call you boring? Coño, pero what the fuck? The funny thing is that these are the same bitches talking about, ooh, man ain't shit. Of course, you made your choice. You chose the phone man. Now look at you, heartbroken in therapy. That's tough. Now cry about it, ho. In conclusion, you're not boring. You're peaceful. The right woman appreciates peace, papi. So don't worry about these bitches, man. Keep making money, keep your peace, and keep building muscle, man. Being that said, congratulations, bitch. You passed the class. Fuck Fidel. And follow me for daily motivation, papi.
Fellas, why does she want you to get her nails done and her hair done in order to take her out on a date? She's an MDP. Why do you have to pay her mortgage in order for you to come over her house and chill? She's an MDP. Yeah. You should not have to pay a woman for her time. I don't know what's going on. It's definitely the internet. They got these women acting like modern day prostitutes, because that's what y'all are. I'm sorry. I'm not sugarcoating anything. MDP, modern day prostitute. Because why does a man have to pay you for your time? Why? You're a call girl, sis. And that's okay if that's what you want to be, but just make it known that you're a call girl. Don't try to act like you wifey material or you want somebody to wife you and take you serious when you're an MDP. You're a modern day prostitute. A man should not have to pay for your time. He should not have to get your nails done, get your hair done, pay your car note, pay your mortgage, take you shopping just to be with you. You're in a dating stage and you want all this money. Some of these women are really getting ahead of themselves, and it's really because of the internet. And I hate to say it, but yeah, that's just modern day prostitution.
To perform at the level that I perform at.
So one of the things that you mentioned was that you were looking forward to, and correct me if I'm wrong, becoming manager or managing director of your law firm. And right now, from what I'm aware, through the person that gifted this to you, you are lead receptionist.
Yes. And it's not chasing a dream. There's a lot of boxes that need to be ticked. I know this man is out there. Mm-hmm. And it's just a matter of finding him. 7-figure salary.
Right.
Already said morning routine.
Yes.
That includes some sort of exercise mm-hmm. with group accountability, mm-hmm. as well as some sort of very high nutrition, I'm going to say smoothie. At least 5'10". I feel like that's generous. I need him to be obviously in very good shape. Mm-hmm. I need him to have a full head of hair. Mm-hmm. That's very important to me.
Okay.
Be a Christian, but not take it too seriously. Like, I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday, but I don't want to get into fights over religion either.
Sure, of course.
I want him to have an impeccable wardrobe. I want his suits to be tailored. Mm-hmm. I want him to look good in greens and blues because those are complementary to what I look good in. Absolutely no jewelry.
Okay.
Absolutely no tattoos.
Okay. Okay.
Never been married. No kids. I want to be his first wife. Our children are going to be his only children.
Mm-hmm.
No allergies. Has to like animals. I would prefer that he's a cat person, but if he's a dog person, that's okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
How soon can you find the man that satisfies this checklist?
I mean, once again, they just turn on that camera and they just start talking. There's nothing that they really have to add or contribute. They're just talking. They know what they're saying doesn't make sense, but they say it anyway.
Pound Town has been shut down. I just read one of my comments on one of those posts, and a guy said, marriage is women's new hustle, and holy shit. I could not agree more, because seriously, one, they throw it back for you in the beginning, they lock you down, they pop out a couple of kids, which is like secondary insurance to the whole tying you down part. And then when they get the divorce after they hit amnesia from shutting you off, they collect the paycheck. They get the alimony, they get the child support, they get more than 50-50 with the kids, and more than half the time, they get the whole fucking house that you just busted your ass paying for the last 10 years. And what did she do? She took care of it or cleaned it up, maybe. But I totally agree that marriage is the women's new hustle. I saw a post with a female that said, ladies, you're doing it all wrong. She had 6 kids. She was 25 years old, around in there, in her 20s, mid to late 20s. 6 kids, 6 different baby daddies. And she said each one of them comes with a paycheck, and I wake up every morning and my bills are paid. I'm like, so that's what we're doing in these streets now? Like, we're like, y'all are a bunch of fucking trash pandas. And I know that not all women are like this, and the women that aren't, this video is not going to bother them because they know they don't fit into that category. But the women that do fit into the category, I think y'all need help. And I don't think there's any helping you, because it's like, that's just your way of life.
You break up with a nigga and all of a sudden he got a sleeve, a car, and ain't broke no more. Like, nigga, was I holding you back or?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, without a shadow of a doubt.
No sex till you start helping me around the house. I have decided that I am not going to have sex with my husband until he starts picking up more work around the house. Yes, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but it's a job. It's 100% a job. And I need help with certain things. Like yesterday, he was out doing wood all day long, and he could have been inside helping me with the house. But no. So now I have all this laundry to do. I have all these things. And I think that he should get off work. He just worked a 12-hour shift. I think he should get off work, and he should help me with some of the priorities in the house. I'm going to hold out until he does those things. So if he doesn't do them, then he doesn't get anything.
The man is probably already tired of your excuses. Because if this is her mindset, where her man is out there working 12-hour days, and then she expects the world of him even when he comes back home and he's probably exhausted, instead of understanding that, or even having multiple conversations about it and finding understanding in that, she decides to give some sort of ultimatum where she is threatening the one thing that's probably causing him to still hang in there. Whereas if they had that conversation, she would probably find out how exhausting his job is. And most importantly, she would come to the realization, hopefully, that she just needs to shift her priorities and maybe improve her time management skills. But if she doesn't come to that conclusion, we all know where this is headed, and honestly, her husband is better off.
I keep seeing TikToks where girls are like, I'm gonna go to Lowe's and like look lost and meet a guy and whatever. Like, some rando is gonna come up and help you. Like, what? Like, I go once a week and I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what it's called, and no one helps me. Like, I don't even want to meet anybody. I just want somebody to help me. I'm struggling. For real.
Hi besties, this is part 2 of trolling for men at Home Depot. It's currently 9:30 on a Sunday morning, bit early for me, but hey, any man that's at Home Depot at 9:30 on a Sunday is dedicated to their craft, and they can bring that same dedication to our relationships.
I guess she had the same idea. Let's see if you can pick up a guy at Home Depot. Except she looks cute.
I just found the love of my life at Home Depot. He's fine, and I want to get his number. The only thing, he's with a kid, so I don't know how foul that is to ask him for his number with his son.
I'm gonna take y'all's advice and try somewhere else to look for a husband. So here we go, into the Home Depot.
Okay, but when did you go? Because there is a science to finding a man at Home Depot. You can't just casually go on a Tuesday afternoon. No. A good man, he works. He works during the day, okay? So if you want a man in construction, you have to go when they open at 5. Because they're going there before work. They're getting whatever they forgot, lost, or broke the day before. Now, they are in a hurry, late, and probably haven't had coffee yet. So you need to be ready, have your number on paper, and hand it to them, and hope you believe in love at first sight.
Come with me to find a husband, a plant in Home Depot part 2. We're actually at Lowe's now since Home Depot did me dirty. I'm just looking for a fucking man who can give me the fucking bare minimum. A house plant that I have to do the bare minimum to keep alive. Where's your indoor plant?
I would almost guarantee that if y'all provide some actual value versus being a liability, then y'all wouldn't have to go to all of these places. Y'all wouldn't have to be at Lowe's and Home Depot and high-end golf clubs trying to find a man. You attract one naturally.
Years ago, while married, I looked into the eyes of a stranger and had this feeling of coming home. A connection I had never felt before. And, the timing can be more inconvenient because I was married. And so here these people came over. They were potential investors in the project. They had a friend tag along, and that friend was John. And that was the person I had this kind of very special moment of connection with. John and I were kind of in this bubble of wanting to know every last thing about each other. It wasn't hot and I want you and romantic. It was like our souls or our beings were I just need to be in your presence because what is this? It was hard to understand or describe. And I remember hugging him goodbye. I was I don't know if I'm ever going to see this person again, but wow, I don't want to let go. Because it's I remember his heart beating against my heart, and just the moment was so evocative. And when they walked into the moonlit sky, I turned to my ex-husband, my then husband, and I said, I just met a soulmate. And my then husband said, I saw, and that was beautiful to witness. And
oh my gosh. You know what? I was gonna be upset, but the husband said it was beautiful to witness.
Why would this be a story that you say? If men started talking like this, then y'all would have a meltdown. But here you are, smiling, looking crazy, telling this dumb story about how you were committing infidelity in plain sight, broad daylight.
What is a passport bro? A passport bro is a man who is done with entitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize sex, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck. Stats don't lie, my friends. US women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 60+% of Western women, 18 to 30, are obese or overweight. The average Western woman, 7+ sexual partners by the age 25, and that's backed by the CDC. 43% of U.S. men under 30 are celibate, rejected, or priced out. Foreign wives, lower divorce rates, higher happiness, traditional values, actual gratitude. Passport bros aren't running, they are upgrading. So I'm with you guys. Smarter, not weaker. West failed the men, so men left. Can't blame them.
Okay guys, I want to talk to you really quick because obviously my name keeps getting brought up by either women or men. Lately it's these red pill guys because I said my money, or what did I say? His money is our money and my money is my money, which is a common saying, whatever. I'm not even gonna elaborate because I don't fucking care to explain myself to them. But what I will say is, if you're not gonna be a man for fucking women, like if you're gonna say, oh, women should do this for us and we're the prize and blah, 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 at least be a man for yourselves. And what I mean by that is, so I just want to feel like you guys are doing, whether it's Andrew Tate or these fucking red pill podcast guys, like when they tell you something, when they ask you to jump, you say how high. You're still not a man either way. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're still a little bitch beta boy doing whatever these fucking men tell you. Why are you mad at us? Why are you mad if me and my husband are cool with each other, if we both make jokes at each other's expense?
We're the trust fund baddie community. We're not red pill related. Why is it that every single time that we call out women on their BS, all of a sudden you become a red pillar? We're not misogynists. We love women. We just hate poor and entitled women. And you, madam, are extremely entitled. There is nothing you was joking about when you said his money is your money. You clearly know what you said. You also expounded on what you said, so just stand on business. Don't try to retract it. This has nothing to do with hating women. This has everything to do with not dealing with entitled women like you, who think just because you look the way you think you look, that's enough. It's not enough. Yes, we are the prize. Yes, your husband is the prize. I don't got nothing against him. I personally support him. But you, on the other hand, you're an op. You're literally his op in 4K. He's just too soft to realize that. And I was doing a little research. They're saying that you're his first everything. You know you got that boy trapped in the cage. It's okay. We see it. But it's okay for us to also call it out. No one is trying to cancel you. All we're trying to do is show your true colors of who you are. We don't want to cancel you. We just want to truly reveal who you are to the world, because there's so many women just like you hiding in the shadows and trying to portray themselves as good, high value women. You're not. You're literally leeching off your husband. We see that in 4K, and we're going to mention that every single time. So when you pick up that mic, speak accordingly. If not, you will hear from us again.
And this is what a lack of accountability looks like. I mean, just sitting up here embarrassing your husband left and right, and you still won't shut up. I honestly think, or I honestly hope, I should say that, I hope every person commenting on this was their original plan, and all of us are getting played. That's what I hope, because if not, this is freaking embarrassing on your part.
You said, I've taken more than you, so I have more experience with men. I'm telling you, I not only grew up in social services, but I grew up on the streets. And where I'm from, if you're a woman on the streets, you either man the fuck up or you get pimped out. So I have plenty of experience with men. I have been assaulted, and I was by my older brother as a child. So don't think for a second that I'm coming here with some naivety to men, because I have plenty of experiences with negative men. Does that mean that I'm gonna look at those men and say, Brian's gonna do the same thing? This gentleman over here is gonna do the same thing? 90% of the population is going to do that. No, give me a fucking break.
It's not to say all men are going to do that. It's that we don't know who we're going to have that encounter with, so we don't want to take that risk.
For somebody that's terrified of men, you sure take money from them all the time.
I never said I was terrified of men.
Don't you escort?
It's the number one reason for unaliving pregnant women is their partner.
No. You're saying women would pick the bear because men most often commit violent crimes, which is true. Okay, so if Brian were to sit here and say, women are the number one killers of their children in America every year, who would you rather leave your child with, a woman or a cougar?
Oh, that's a good one.
Are you going to sit there and be like, oh, it's the cougar? Because no, you're going to say give it to the woman.
No, but 97% of all perpetrators of child So abuse is men.
Again, your mental gymnastics. I'm saying abuse and murder. Can we stick on that?
Yeah, and my little sister works for social services.
Mental gymnastics.
And
Great.
she
I grew up in
literally
it.
has
Cougar
had
or
every
a woman?
single case has been
Cougar
a man.
or a woman?
I don't even have a kid. I don't think I should speak on it since I don't have a child. But you said that you're a mother.
No, it's called having a brain. It's called being
Felt the need to
educated.
fly to America and tell us how we should be.
Why does it matter? Notice how she completely avoided answering my question on whether or not she would leave her child alone with a cougar or a woman.
The possibility of being raped is the possibility of nothing versus the possibility of like nothing versus rape, or like nothing versus death.
It's a disingenuous argument to avoid saying my argument is based off of a logical fallacy. We could just say what it is. That's fine. Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Y'all be wanting niggas with 9 to 5s to trick on y'all, but will fuck a rapper for free. Like, ask that nigga for some motherfucking money. Like, what do you...
And a lot of modern women try to one-up you. Basically said, I've been more traumatized than you have, and that's why you should never trust any man. Until women like Chloe get on there and say, wait a minute, I've been traumatized too. I have issues too, and I still don't act like you act. Wait a minute, now you're asking me to be accountable for the things that happen in my life, and I'm not quite ready to do that.
I'm the shiz naive. You should follow my example, bitch. I am, cause I'm front row, Isaac, Ms. Right. I'm in the truck, but
cheating on them wasn't enough. Cheating on them wasn't enough. Embarrassing them to their faces, it wasn't enough. These women had to go the extra, not even couple clicks, the extra couple clicks ahead and embarrass them, not only privately, not only locally, but publicly on the World Wide Web. They had to, and then not even just say, oh yeah, I cheated on my man publicly on the World Wide Web. No. Wasn't enough. They had to post his face. Not even just his face. Nope. That wasn't enough. They had to post his face smiling like, yep, that's me. I got cheated on. Yep. These women are demons. Evil. Straight from the depths of Hades with Cerberus and all them. Just, yep.
And you have a lot of men trying to do right by women. Oh, you never post me. You never make a public post about me. Nobody knows about me. Are you trying to hide me? Maybe you should have been hidden. With the way that you've been acting, with the way these modern women act, maybe y'all don't need no posts. Maybe y'all need therapy.
If you put pressure on a weak woman to step up, she will run to a weaker man who will not ask that of her. I said what I said.
What am I supposed to do with this? Like, what was your intention behind this? I'm not putting this on our door.
No, you're going to put that in your new apartment or wherever the hell you're going to live. Yeah, so what you'll do is you'll grab some nails and a hammer, and if you're good at it, maybe find a stud behind the wall or something. You'll take the nail, put it on the wall, tap it in with the hammer.
But why would
and
I
then
hang
you take
this
this.
up? But
Then
I'm
you
not
take
a
this.
cheater.
No, you're not listening to me. Then you'll take this and you'll just hang it up.
But I'm not a cheater.
That way, when you have visitors,
I don't understand why
everybody
you have
knows.
this made. But I didn't cheat.
You've been cheating. That's the whole point of this. You think I'd go through all of this if I wasn't sure?
This is so extra.
Yeah, it really is, and honestly, I don't care.
Honest to God, though, like, fine, whatever. I have a Tinder. I don't even know how you found this. Like,
I told you I looked it up on
I
Twitter.
didn't intend for you to find that at all. And,
Oh,
like, I don't
man.
want to leave you.
I want you to leave me. That's the point. Yeah, I don't
But
know
that's
if you
not
got
what I
that or
want.
not. Oh, I've said it. This will be the third time
Can't
I've
we
said
just-
it now.
we have
I
kids?
don't care.
I know, but we have kids. We can't just stay together for the kids.
I don't care
The
if we
kids
have
need both their
kids. You
parents.
cheated on me.
Right, but they need both their parents in the same house.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, I'll be
It's
perfectly
important for their
fine taking care of them.
You?
Yeah, me.
I don't know why you would think you would get the kids.
Oh, the
Those are
evidence
my
is stacked
kids.
against you, honey. There's a lot more than
Well,
just this
that's what
Tinder.
the judge always tends to side with the mom, so good luck trying to take.
All right. Well, I've been building this case for me for a long time now. So
Yeah,
there's gonna
I'm
be a
sure
little
you
bit
have.
more than this Tinder that's gonna
I'm
be
sure you
popping up.
have.
So
Take this stupid ass gift.
That's what I'm saying, man. If a guy decides that he's going to drill down, first of all, y'all are actually not as smart as you think you are. You're actually pretty sloppy. But whenever a guy decides to actually focus and take this seriously, you're going to get tracked down. And he's going to figure out what you're doing.
Sis gonna tell me, well, I'm successfully married, and you just mad because your marriage failed. I say, oh, okay. I said, sis, you might be right, but I want to know how successful your marriage really is. So pull back. It's for every woman who married or in a long-term relationship. Pull back from everything.
Mm-hmm.
No love making, no cooking, no cleaning, no nurturing, no asking him how his day was, no feeding into his ego, no taking care of him, no asking him anything like that makes him feel great. Pull back from all of that. And when you do that, sis, one or two things gonna happen to show you if he really like or love you. If he really fuck with you like that, he gonna pick up your slacks, notice a problem, ask you what's going on, try to fix it, try to make sure everything good. But if he don't fuck with you like that, then you already know. Because what that tells me is, while you think y'all marriage is successful, that man just playing a role to get his needs met. But I guess you'll get it when it's too late.
That has to be the stupidest thing that I've heard.
Hi everyone, I'm about to go on a date. Wish me luck. More like wish him luck, right? I'll keep you posted. So the date started at 7:15. It is about 7:53 right now. So a little bit over a half hour. And then I had to walk out on the date. This is what happened. We got to talking about our personal lives, you know, what do you do for work, you know, relationships and things like that. And I talk about, oh yes, I was previously married and I have a child who's 8 years old, who I co-parent with my ex-husband and his wife. And then all of a sudden he started freaking out. And he's like, oh, you have a kid? And he says, oh, I can't date somebody who has a kid. Like, to my face. He's like, I can't date somebody who has a kid. I'm like, excuse me? And he starts making me feel like very uncomfortable. I'm like, nobody should ever make me feel like that, especially on a date. Are you kidding me? So I had to walk out on this date because this guy said, I can't date somebody who has a kid. And I think you were very misleading in your profile. And I'm like, why? Because I didn't put a picture of my son in my profile? Seriously? Like, there's a lot of pedophiles on those apps. I don't disclose that unless we're talking on the phone or if we meet in person. The guy is 40 years old. 40 years old. To think that you're going to date women who don't already have children, who have never been married, is absolutely absurd. Absurd. I never hid anything. And quite frankly, I called him out at the bar and I'm just like, oh, so you don't like kids? He's like, oh no, I like kids. I can't date somebody who has a kid. I'm like, oh, you can't date somebody who has a kid? Maybe you should put in your profile that you don't like children. Okay? That you're not even going to try to give us a chance, because I have a wonderful, amazing 8-year-old son. Okay? To me, that's not a family man. No. That man's looking to destroy, and I want no part of it.
The biggest problem that I see here is that man is now being shamed for his very valid preferences. And that is coming from a woman that was once a single mom. Is her point about blasting photos of her son all over her dating profile correct? Yeah, but that's not what he necessarily asked for. All that she really literally needed to do was mention him when they were talking before going out on a very nice date. But instead of taking accountability for not communicating that ahead of time, she ends up shaming him. She says that he makes her feel uncomfortable during the date, literally because he's talking about what he doesn't like. She even twists it into him just not liking kids.